Hi there, Internet Associate, it's Anthony, and it's time for another reaction to Lucifer. So this is Season 2, Episode 10, and it's called Quid Pro Ho. So the ho here is spelled H-O, not H-O-E, so I'm assuming that maybe it's like somebody is doing something for a Santa Claus person, maybe. Maybe it's like Christmas themed or something. Who knows? I don't know what to expect. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to make predictions, okay? I'm never right, but who knows? I mean, I'm pretty sure this is something that Lucifer is going to say, though, himself, because it usually is. I can only think of like one episode off the top of my head where it wasn't Lucifer that said the title. But also, you know, just this sounds like something Lucifer would say. But at the end of last episode, Chloe looked like she was about to be blown up by Charlotte, Lucifer's mom, so I'm hoping we're just going to pick up right back there pretty soon into this episode that we can see, so that we can see exactly what's going to happen with that. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Lucifer, Season 2, Episode 10, Quid Pro Ho. Yeah, we're hopping right back in. Right back in. She's not going to do it, though. Or at least it's not going to work. Yeah. Huh.
You can't kill her, Mom.
A minute.
Mom,
Stop her.
I am trying to help you.
On. One little human can't mean more to him than his family.
Yes.
He killed Uriel
Yes,
to
you can.
protect her.
What's
Yeah,
so
how about that?
special about this one?
She does not see humans as like distinctive beings at all. She just sees them as like little mice or something. Oh crap.
So I need to find a more subtle way to end Lucifer's silly crush.
Yeah, a little bit more subtle than blowing her car up at least while she's in it.
But you're avoiding the truth, also known as lying.
That I know I don't do, ever.
But yet, you are lying, Lucifer.
To yourself.
To yourself.
How about that?
Was it for leaving me all alone at a restaurant so the busboy could give me pitiful glances all night? I know what your explanation is.
That's
and I don't
awkward.
want to know her name, especially not today.
Waited to come support us on such
Chloe stay making that little face ever since we saw that doll.
Trial of
my
dad's
dad.
My
killer.
dad's killer.
Yeah. Of your dad's killer.
No, wait, your dad's killer. Yes, no, I knew that. I knew that. That's why I'm here, to support you.
Hey,
someone's chirpy for a Monday morning.
yes I am.
Still seems like there might
Why?
be something between
going
Dan
on?
and Ella at some
What, do I
point.
need an excuse to be happy?
And you're
I can see it
whistling
happening.
I'm still in shock.
and- I know it.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, well, it's not like you're Quasimodo.
No. Trust me, she is way out
It's
of my
hilarious
league.
that
She
it's
is a
Lucifer's
goddess,
mom,
like,
though. No, she is literally a goddess. Uh-oh. What is it? That's not, doesn't look
say
like
it
a
was my
romantic
first.
gesture. Whatever it's about to be. Is that it?
That's Boris.
Lucifer's like, really? Oh!
I had no idea Charlotte Richards was defending Perry. I'm wishing we hadn't saved her life about now.
Well, that's kind of a messed up thing to say. I mean, I understand.
Know that she doesn't deserve you because she doesn't care about you like you care about her. You need to see that you're not meant to be together.
Chloe does seem to care about Lucifer.
You didn't see Charlotte Richards in court today.
Sure. I'm sorry. Charlotte Richards is defending Perry.
Yeah.
Really? I was sending a really clear message. Loose lips get their head clipped.
Perry did this so Boris couldn't testify. I know it.
But hasn't he been behind bars since you arrested him?
Yeah, but he could have
Hey,
orchestrated
people have
the prison.
power
It's also his-
behind bars.
Exactly. And if Perry is good at anything,
We're ready for you.
Wonderful. Lovely. Right. Off I go to shield you from that quid pro ho, detective.
Quid pro ho. Oh,
Lucifer,
okay.
what are you doing?
Well, and nothing but.
Well, there went the title,
truth.
by the way.
So help me, Dad.
So help me, Dad.
So we have to go.
This guy,
That Boris
such
is
an entertainer.
Guns of steel.
People call me human lie detector. Was going to be killed.
He, oh my goodness, he did the accent and everything. These people are really up giving him a standing ovation in a courtroom. He's giving a bow.
I don't know, the woman who's who's defending the killer of your
Ella picked up on that
ex-wife's
real
dad.
quick.
Charlotte Richards is the gorgeous lady you slept with, right?
Ella is very perceptive.
Well, and then I spotted a smudge of lipstick on your cuff. Burgundy shade, bold, but not too sexy, lawyer color.
Really?
No, I just saw your butt pucker when Chloe mentioned her name in
Yeah.
the lab this morning.
I would have believed that Ella noticed all that though, because she seems to be a very perceptive person. Like she just seems to be one of those people that just, in a way, is almost can just intuit anything. Like I mean, like just has like an intuition for things. They can just figure things out. You know what I mean? And can pick up on cues like that. I don't know. Something about her just strikes me as that type of person.
What a vivid picture. It's almost as if Boris himself just testified.
Except a more handsome version.
No, stop it, Judy.
Wow.
Is out there protecting them. She is truly good. And I don't mean in bed. I wouldn't know.
Really?
Miss Richards, your witness.
I have no questions at this time.
Okay. What's your play here, Charlotte?
Hey, that's Chloe's car. What are you looking for?
Hey. I was, I was looking for you.
Yeah, because Maze was going to be underneath Chloe's car.
Sure that's the kind you were looking for.
What's that supposed to mean?
Or was it this?
And just like the odd timing of Boris's murder, I'll withdraw that, Your Honor. No further questions. Thank you, Detective.
Lawyers stay doing that. I'll withdraw that. Wasn't that like a thing on Community? Like they kept on just saying really like incriminating or bad looking things and then just saying withdrawn, withdrawn.
Immediately.
But not until after she'd found her dad's killer dead.
What's up with the
What's
found?
he objecting to? Air quotes?
Yes.
Then there's a very plausible alternative story to the one that the state is presenting.
Okay, is Chloe the person on
Chloe
trial
Decker
here?
had motive, opportunity, and the LAPD to protect her.
Respect, Your Honor, Chloe Decker is not on trial here.
Exactly.
And my client shouldn't be either, because it appears he is the victim of the LAPD's incompetence.
She learned all this in 2 days.
I've even asked them unless she already knew I was first on scene. Let's see, who could have told her?
Detective, I didn't.
You say that, but you also said your relationship with Charlotte wouldn't affect this trial. It just did.
Well, you don't know that. You're making assumptions. Now you're not believing him. Lucifer doesn't lie usually. Lucifer has shown he's actually a pretty honest person.
You should put your phone away before we have the sex.
Next time. Are you insane?
You tell me.
What in the name of sexual harassment?
Triads hate the Russians, so makes sense to pit them against each other.
Yeah, you should definitely probe this angle.
What's up with
Rumors are
the
they use Chinese cultural
diction
center
you're
as a
using
front.
here,
Right.
Maze?
This guy
She
should
knows,
expose the
man.
violence
She
for somebody
knows,
to get out as
Dan.
quickly as possible, all right?
Now, speaking of in and out, this case really seems to be touching you, Dan.
Maze just is not letting up.
I'm really impressed with how much Dan wants to penetrate this thing from every position.
You know? I leaked the information to Charlotte.
Among other things.
He's
I'm why she
freaking
knew Chloe
mad.
was first at the scene. She must have looked at my text messages after we
You what?
made
He had
love.
sex with his mom.
You slept with my Marlet!
Marlet.
You bastard!
Oh my gosh. Not
I
the way
know
they
what
should
you've
have
done, fish, Juju.
You speak Chinese?
You probably can speak every
I speak
language.
Chinese, I speak everything.
Yeah.
Lucifer Morningstar.
I don't speak
Julie Shang.
Mandarin, so I don't know how good this sounds. I wonder if he actually sounds like he's speaking good Mandarin, or if anybody that speaks Mandarin is looking at this like, is this supposed to be realistic?
All we need to do is defeat Kang.
And who the hell's Kang?
What? What's the point? What, are y'all serious? Y'all just doing the most right now. We just gotta defeat this guy for what
Who's
reason?
supposed to fight him?
You.
Oh, hell no.
No, much as I'd like to see Crouching Tiger, Hidden Douche, I'd actually like to win this. I was pointing at Maze.
Oh. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense. I was about to say, I can't even picture Dan doing that. Maze about to go off on this dude, man. Maze is about to... Yeah. I was about to say, I thought she was about to actually kill him. So you can speak English.
But a deal's a deal.
Wow, okay, that was a really fun fight scene right there. They seem, this season especially, it seems like they've been kind of, I guess, stepping up their game, you could say, with the fight scenes. It seems like I remember seeing some even, you know, I guess cooler, more involved, more highly choreographed fight scenes this season than I think I remember seeing last season. Not that they weren't in last season too. And Maze has oftentimes been the center of many of them. Maze is very entertaining to watch.
I just miss him. I want him to get the justice he deserves.
Who's this coming up?
Justice is what we all want, dear.
Uh-oh.
For your father and for my client.
Wait till Chloe finds out
You're a mother.
that she and
Aren't you?
Dan got together and she got the information from Dan. Oh, she said, shame on you. How can you act like this as a mother? Oh, I know exactly where that is. I've been there.
Be here.
Whoa. Well, looks like we
Is this
found
another
Boris,
symbolic thing?
head of the table, ironically.
So one way or another, he...
Got them standing by the window. Get that nice window lighting.
Bad news? No, he's a coward.
This looks like the kind of scene where, like, they were trying, I don't know whether they were trying to do something, they were trying to, you know, be quicker, or like they didn't have the space or the time to set up a lot of light, so they like went for a more natural type thing. Or maybe that's just a big light they have set up outside of the window. But I like the natural kind of feel.
My
that we're
client
in
isn't
this scene.
fully aware we're winning. However, he...
Doing this.
Well, there is one condition. You'd have to betray Lucifer. So,
She ain't playing
You
checkers,
prepared
she
to go
playing
to jail.
chess, huh?
call Lucifer a liar.
Well, if you believe his claims that he used to run hell, then yes, he's accustomed to punishing bad guys.
That's not a good idea to bring up.
It's true.
I'm confused.
Nobody's
detective.
gonna think that that's true.
Are you
Is she
suggesting
doing
your
this on
partner's
purpose?
delusional?
She's really doing this?
Just lying.
Lucifer is the best partner I have ever had. And I
People getting so
can
emotional,
only hope
understand.
that he can count on me.
She said, I mean, that didn't look good how she said, I let my emotions get the best of me, and how she talked about Lucifer saying he runs hell.
Surprised by that not guilty verdict?
No, I'm never surprised to see justice served. I believe in our legal system.
Oh, it was a not
Now I
guilty
can finally
verdict?
return to my family.
Oh my gosh. If only Dexter was on this show, man, he could just kill this guy.
That's well said. Maze is a lucky girl. Hope she forgives you.
Hey.
I'm sorry, you look really familiar.
No, I don't believe we have. I never forget a face.
What?
I have to go.
What just happened? Oh, it doesn't look good for this guy. He look like he about to get killed or something.
Perry Smith,
Dan ain't about to do
I
it,
know
is he?
you had Boris killed. Who knows? Maybe they won't hear about it.
Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, snap, Dan.
Pleasure, Misha. Just for that.
Sometimes you gotta work outside the confines of the law. I feel like something big is about to be revealed.
You were right. Today, I met the mother again.
What?
And I found out what the result of that miracle was.
So hold on, does any of this have to do with Chloe's effect on Lucifer, I wonder? The fact that she's kind of a miracle baby? I wonder if any of that is correlated. Maybe not, but maybe it is.
Or rather, who?
detective.
This is a
Sorry,
big
what?
development.
I thought.
And Chloe is the key.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what a way to end an episode, first of all. That was a huge development, huge revelation that we just made there, finding out that Chloe is a miracle baby, really, like from, I guess, divine intervention. Amenadiel was sent there to bless her parents or whatnot because they couldn't have a baby, he said. So God intentionally, put her into the world, and I believe Charlotte said intentionally put her in Lucifer's path. That's huge, and that goes a really long way in explaining what is going on, what has been going on this whole series. Chloe has always sort of been this kryptonite to Lucifer in a way, if you will. And now we're starting to have a lot more light shed on the reason as to why that is. And the timing for it is pretty good too, considering how now they're starting to really make it look like Chloe and Lucifer may be about to be a thing, which was hinted, at the beginning of the series. Like, it seemed like, oh, is that what they're leading towards? Like, they're gonna get together, like, because Lucifer was kind of going after Chloe and she was being really like, dismissive, and he was mainly going after her, just like as like a casual thing, not like serious. But yeah, it seemed like that might have been the way they were going, but then it started to feel like their relationship was becoming more of like just a friendship and companionship and partnership. And it was becoming like, it was starting to feel like it just would feel weird if they started to get together that way. But now it feels like the last few episodes, they've been working to kind of start to steer it back into that direction and to bring that sort of chemistry back between them. But yeah, Lucifer and Chloe seem to be about to get together now, and now we know that this may not be good for Lucifer at all, and it's not just a happenstance thing, it's not just a coincidence. This might really be a plan from the start that will serve some purpose to potentially bring Lucifer down and whatnot. And this is giving Amenadiel and Charlotte, mainly Charlotte, exactly what they want. Amenadiel seems to just be, he's right back in line with Charlotte now. After this, she said this is exactly what they're looking for. So, yeah, man, really interesting stuff and a really good close to the episode. Like, so last episode, while I enjoyed the episode, I felt like that cliffhanger was a little weak because it's like, we knew Chloe wasn't going to get killed in that situation. Like, so the cliffhanger just felt a little weak because it's like, okay, well, obviously at the beginning of the next episode, she's just going to, for some reason, Charlotte isn't going to push the button and Chloe will be fine. Like, that was kind of obvious. So it was kind of a bit of a weak cliffhanger last episode. This time, this was such a strong ending. Like, I'm like, wow. Like, it's just one of those things you're like, what's going to happen next? You can't, you're like, I just have to know what's going to happen next. Now, I do have to say, before the ending of the episode, this episode did feel a little slow to me. It felt like one of those episodes that's mostly just for, moving plot points around and just kind of keeping things moving forward and killing time until we actually get to like the really interesting stuff, like what was revealed at the end of the episode. It's not that I thought it was like a bad episode or anything by any means. It just felt a little bit slower and a little bit, less like it had less going on. Like it had a little bit less motivation than the last few episodes that that we've been watching, than most of the episodes in season 2, I'd say. It was a interesting little style and format though. Like, it was cool how much of it took place in the courtroom and how they kind of used that like as a little bit of a, I don't know, like kind of quasi law show type feel. Like, it felt like it was like Lucifer is usually more of a procedural cop drama, but this time it was more of like a lawyer, Law and Order type thing. So that was a bit of an interesting departure from the usual style of the show that I do appreciate. It just felt, the pacing just felt a little slow to me at times, but I do appreciate the difference that they threw in there. They revisited the idea of Lucifer not lying this episode. Like, I believe in season 1, there was a few episodes there where, Lucifer was really stressing to Chloe how he does not lie and whatnot. And he's really, like, one of his biggest sort of values is his honesty and everything. And so that was kind of brought back up in this episode in a very literal way, too, considering how, he was under oath and he couldn't lie, so help him dad. So that was cool. Chloe still was skeptical of him at first, of course, but luckily, obviously, by the end of the episode, you know, she came around, I guess, but she still doesn't know that Dan was the person that leaked the information to Charlotte, I don't think. So, I wonder if any more is going to come of, you know, Dan sleeping with Lucifer's mom. Like, you know, Lucifer found out about it now, this episode, and, you know, he got mad at Dan and ran him through the door. But then that was about it. I wonder if they're going to bring that up anymore. It seems like that could, you know, potentially set up some other funny situations and encounters. Also, speaking of Dan, I might want to go out and put out a little prediction here that I think that at some point in the series, Dan and Ella are going to become a thing. I don't know. I feel like I just keep on feeling this chemistry between them every time they're together on screen. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I don't know. That's just a prediction that I want to throw out there. So I guess maybe I'll eventually see if that was accurate in any way. Probably not, because I'm always wrong, but we'll see. I do feel like Lucifer's mom is making a pretty good antagonist. Like, especially this episode, she was really just getting under everybody's skin. Like, especially us as an audience, I think, or at least me personally. Like, because she's so tunnel visioned and she just lacks so much awareness of how humans work and how humanity works and whatnot. So, like, she just thinks that killing Chloe is going to then, you know, make Lucifer be like, oh, well, okay, well, the little human thing that I was playing with is dead, so I guess I'll go ahead and forget about her and go back to mom. Like, no, obviously that's not how it's going to work. We all know that. Amenadiel knew that, but she didn't realize that. And it's things like that. They kind of make her entertaining to watch because she has this really sort of naivete about her, similar to, like, you know, Castiel in Supernatural, but it's kind of being used in a different way because what she's doing is a lot more like conniving and, you know, evil, if you will. Like, I mean, she's kind of been, you know, like I said, like an antagonist so far, and she's been actively working against Lucifer and Chloe. So it's been interesting to watch, fun to watch. This episode, it felt like she did a good job of constantly just, you know, throwing a wrench in things. You know, she manipulated Dan and, you know, slept with him to get the information. You know, she was getting in Chloe's head. Obviously, the fact that she even got involved in this case, it's just like, oh my goodness, like this lady is so, well, this goddess, I should say, like she's determined. You got to give her that. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm entertained by her, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to try to do next, especially now that she knows that Chloe is actually the key more so than an obstacle. That was a big revelation for her as well. So we should be seeing some adjustments in her actions moving forward, I imagine. So I guess we'll see next episode if Lucifer and Chloe actually end up, you know, going through with that kiss that they were starting at the end of the episode. Let's see where this is going. I almost still kind of expect it to kind of get interrupted some type of way, but who knows, man. Until then, go ahead, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Head on over to Patreon for full uncut reactions to Lucifer that are posted weeks ahead of the YouTube schedule. And until next time, don't go to hell, everybody. I don't know how to finish these things. Bye.